Welcome back once again. Let me start this video by stating there is nothing hidden under the surface of the earth that will not be revealed on a very special day. Remember, Abt Nnamdi Kanu has a citizenship certificate from the Britain, and ever since he was renditioned from Kenya and sent to Sokoto Correctional Center after his trial that Justice Sh0ck did under a repeat law, as we speak, a lot of persons continue to call on the Britain to come for their citizen, to come and implement the law, because this particular rendition faulted what we call the international treaty. And as we speak, Abt Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated following the statement that was made by an ex-mayor. As we speak, he went as far as making a lot of clarifications and detailed reasons why Britain don't want to hear or even talk about Biafra, talk more of Abt Nnamdi Kanu's ideology. And this particular man that is actually making this clarification and expose is the former mayor of Blanco City, Texas, in United States, being Arnold. I'm going to be showing you what he stated in full details, where he went as far as stating clearly that the reasons why the Britain is not even giving listening ears to Igbos or probably lovers of freedom and everything regarding Abt Nnamdi Kanu's captivity, regarding his ideology of Biafra and everything. He detailed a lot of reasons, and it is mind-blowing because they know that probably with what Arnold has stated, if they go towards that particular cause, they are going to pay huge amount of money. Probably they are running away from it, and this is a shock to even the United States President, being Donald Trump, and entire world. The Igbos need to watch this particular video. I'm going to be showing you what he stated. But before I do that, let me leave you with this particular video that is quite touching. There are so many persons we are planning on visitation of Abt Nnamdi Kanu, not until one of them betrayed by taking the money meant for the visitation for his own personal reasons, and the other persons decided to approach the correctional, the police, the security operatives, to report, and lo and behold, this exactly is what happened. Now listen attentively on how this young man narrated this particular story. When we come back, we'll continue.
So one person reached out to me now. They say he got one guy where they SWAT custody in Enugu since January this year. They say they tag him as IPOB, suspected IPOB. Suspected IPOB. So what did the guy do? They say the guy and his member and his group, they contribute money to go see Abt Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, as other people go to see him. As many people go to visit him for prison. Now what did them say want to do that? Then one of the member where they carry the money give, because they don't contribute the money finish, that one can't carry the money run. As they can't carry the money run, so the guy where they behold, he can't go police station, go report. His name na Liberty. He go report for police station, say when I see what our guy do, he carry our money run. Then police can't direct him go SWAT. As he can't reach SWAT, then they tell us to make a right statement. And the guy got a right statement. He can't mention something like, say they want the money, they want use and transport themselves, go Sokoto prison, go see Abt Nnamdi Kanu. Now he SWAT all am. They say na IPOB. They can't lock her up for their cell. Since January to now, and the man wife now they work up and down. And when they be old, the man wife get belly that time. Now she don't even born. The man never see his wife. They deny this man to see his family, deny him access to get in touch with his lawyer. They deny this man access to get in touch with anybody, any of his relatives. So now like this, IPOB don't really suffer for this country. Igbo people now they really face pass through a lot. Any smart IPOB, how many suspected bandits una don't catch? You know go better for all of una. How many suspected bandits una don't catch, una don't hold before? Any smarty suspected IPOB, any smarty suspected IPOB, you don't go better for all of una. And now so like all of una they do for there. Una go hold person, the family of that person no go know where he dey. Before you know now, una go say the person dead body for grant. They don't harvest the person organs. That's what they do. The woman wife just they cry up and down. Only down for going. Anyway, I'm calling on the governor of Enugu State. So please go and release that guy. I'm gonna stop all this nonsense IPOB and they shout. Now if I get power, I'm gonna enter bandit. I'm gonna enter bush. Go carry bandit. Now when una see Igbo man, una pray go rise. shout say na IPOB dem be kò ní dáa fún gbogbo yín ẹ̀yin wèrè stupid people.
Welcome back once again. I believe you've listened attentively to what he stated. There are a lot of persons we are looking at on the way to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Correctional Center in Sokoto, yet one of them betrayed by using or embezzling the money, and when they went to meet security operatives over it, they labeled that particular person an IPOB, and this is exactly what is happening. So many persons are, languishing in prisons and in cells just because of things they know nothing about, and even because they are trying to do good. Now, visitation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is it actually a crime? As if that is not enough, this is around the reasons that has given rise to why, this former ex-mayor came out and stated it clearly, as you could see on your screen. Regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is why Britain don't want anyone to talk about Biafra, Mike Arnold, in full details of that particular statement he made. A former mayor of Blanco City, Texas, United States, Mike Arnold, has claimed that the British government is opposed to the emergence of an independent Republic of Biafra because it does not want to pay reparations amounting approximately $6 trillion to Biafrans. Arnold, who is known to be sympathetic to the Biafran struggle, made the claim in a post titled "Britain's Bill is Due," published on his verified Facebook page. He said an independent Biafra nation could make a demand on Britain for payment of the amount. According to him, the amount, which is twice Britain's annual GDP, will become the largest reparations claim in human history, stating that what the British did to the people of Nigeria, being the southeastern region, is a vast, horrific, ongoing evil. Arnold traced that he described as Britain's crime against the Igbos to the amalgamation of the southern and northern protectorates in 1914. Part of this particular statement is exactly what he stated. He stated in his exact word, in 1914, Lord Lugard drew a line around two incompatible civilizations. He went further to state the Islamic Caliphate of the North and the Christian and traditional peoples of the South, called it Nigeria, and handed it to the crown. Nobody was asked. The contraption was designed from birth to keep the caliphate in administrative control and the oil flowing to London. When the southeast tried to leave in 1967, after tens of thousands of Igbos were slaughtered in the North pogroms, Britain showed its hand. Their own declassified foreign office documents state it plainly. The sole immediate British interest in Nigeria is that the Nigerian economy should be brought back to a condition in which our substantial trade and investment in the country can be further developed, and particularly so we can regain access to important oil installation. Furtherance, Arnold went further to state and clearly went ahead to outline how Britain racked up the $6 trillion debt to the people of Biafra, which, according to him, an independent Biafra nation can demand from the British government as reparation, explaining that the $6 trillion dollars was arrived at after a calculation built category by category from documented facts. He stated, oil revenue in Biafra territory. Nigeria has earned approximately 600 billion in oil revenue since the 1960s. Two-thirds of Shell BP's operations were in Biafra territory, as at a 60% territorial share, being a $360 billion, adjusted for inflation from 1967 to today. Conservatively, what we call $2.5 trillion. He went further to state that under the wrong debts, up to 3 million people, international wrongful debt precedents, Holocaust reparation, ICC awards, comparable genocides, and all of that. Structural damages, 112 years of contraption, the 1914 amalgamation, the installation of the caliphate as the administrative class, the 1960 handover engineered to protect British commercial dominance, the ongoing genocide and architecture enables to this day. Caribbean nations are currently pursuing 10 trillion US dollars from Britain for slavery reparation. Nigerian case is more recent, more direct and more commendable. Conservative estimates being 1 trillion. Now, in his exact word, he went further to state. Furtherance, he stated, a free Biafra or any legitimate successor government representing the Southeast would have full legal standing to file this claim before the International Court of Justice, which is exactly why the British don't want anyone talking about Biafra. Arnold's view aligned with the claims made by pro-Igbo self-determination groups, including American Veterans of Igbo Descent being the AVID, Ambassadors for Self-Determination and Rising Sun Foundation, that Britain's desire to keep Nigeria from breaking up is the reason it refused to intervene in the case of Abt Nnamdi Kanu, who is also a British citizen. Now, this is a clear indication and an expose from this ex-mayor in Texas being Arnold, where he has significantly stated that this is the reason at which they call for British to take on Abt Nnamdi Kanu's case, and also tell the judges that that particular rendition was faulty to an international treaty. This is the reason why they don't want to do that. Arnold has now allegedly claimed that this is the reason that they don't want to pay this huge amount of money, because they know fully well that the bringing forth of this particular country was actually for their own personal interests. And I decided to bring this to your view. What is your view towards what Arnold has just exposed and stated? What is your view? Is it contrary to what he has stated? React on the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, and also hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell and click on the like button, so let's get informations promptly when we drop them here. If this is your first time meeting this channel, do well to often type freedom for Abt Nnamdi Kanu. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.